Two new engines are coming to the 2026 Ram 2500, a larger 7.2-liter Cummins diesel and a brand new Cummins gasoline engine. At the same time, Ram is still offering the engines buyers already trust, the current 6.7-liter Cummins diesel and the 6.4-liter HEMI V8. The new engines promise more torque, better efficiency, new technology. But more technology doesn't always mean a better truck. Longevity matters, service costs matter, and first-generation risk matters even more, because one of these new engines could be a smart upgrade, and one could quietly cost owners thousands over time. Today, we're comparing all four engines side by side, the two brand new options, and the two proven engines you can still buy today, not by horsepower, but by real performance, durability, maintenance, and long-term ownership. If you're thinking about the 2026 Ram 2500, this comparison can save you from making the wrong choice. On the diesel side, Ram keeps the proven 6.7-liter Cummins, but adds a larger 7.2-liter version above it. This isn't a minor update. It's a shift toward higher torque reserves, higher towing ceilings, and more headroom under load. At the same time, it also means more mass, more heat, and more emissions hardware. In other words, more capability and more complexity. On the gasoline side, the change is even more dramatic. The 6.4-liter HEMI V8 remains available, but for the first time, Ram introduces a Cummins-Built gasoline engine into its heavy-duty lineup. That alone tells you something important. This isn't about performance hype. It's about emissions rules, fleet demands, and long-term operating costs. The HEMI represents simplicity and familiarity. The Cummins gas engine represents efficiency, durability claims, and a completely new direction. On one side, Ram is pushing diesel capability even further. On the other, it's rethinking what a gasoline heavy-duty truck should be. And everything that follows performance, durability, service cost depends on which of those directions actually fits how the truck will be used. All four engines make enough power. In the real world, performance is about how that power shows up under load. On the diesel side, the difference starts with torque delivery. The current 6.7-liter Cummins builds torque early and holds it steadily. That's why it feels calm when towing heavy loads up long grades. Nothing sudden, nothing dramatic, just controlled pull. The new 7.2-liter diesel is designed to go even further. More displacement means more torque available without pushing the engine as hard. In theory, that gives it more reserve under extreme loads. But there's a trade-off. More displacement also means more heat to manage, more stress on cooling systems, and more work for emissions hardware when the truck is working hard for long periods. So while the 7.2 promises stronger performance at the top end, the 6.7 remains the benchmark for predictable, proven behavior under sustained load. On the gasoline side, the contrast is different. The 6.4-liter HEMI delivers its power higher in the rev range. It feels strong unloaded, responsive around town, and simple to live with. But when weight increases, that changes. The HEMI has to work harder. RPM climbs, fuel consumption rises, and sustained towing becomes more demanding. The new Cummins gasoline engine approaches performance from another angle. Less emphasis on peak horsepower and more focus on usable torque at lower RPM. That can make a heavy truck feel more relaxed under load, especially for drivers who tow frequently but don't want diesel complexity. Still, this is unproven territory. Gasoline torque delivery at heavy-duty levels depends heavily on tuning and cooling, and that's something no spec sheet can fully prove yet. So in real-world terms, performance breaks down like this. The current 6.7 diesel feels the most balanced and predictable. The new 7.2 diesel aims for higher limits with higher demands. The HEMI remains straightforward but works hardest under load. And the Cummins gas engine promises a middle ground if it delivers as expected. But raw performance isn't what decides long-term ownership. That comes down to what happens after the miles add up. And that's where durability starts to matter more than numbers. Performance sells trucks. Durability decides who regrets the purchase. On the diesel side, this is where the gap between old and new becomes very real. The current 6.7-liter Cummins is a known quantity. Its weaknesses are documented, its service patterns are understood, and its long-term behavior under load has been proven over hundreds of thousands of miles. That doesn't mean it's perfect, but it does mean there are fewer surprises. The new 7.2-liter diesel changes that equation. More displacement means more torque reserve, but it also means more heat, more mass, and more stress on supporting systems. Bigger engines don't fail because of strength, they fail because of what surrounds them. Cooling systems, after-treatment hardware, sensors, regeneration cycles under constant load. So while the 7.2 may eventually prove durable, the risk is simple. Early adopters are the test group. On the gasoline side, the contrast is even sharper. The 6.4-liter HEMI survives because it's simple, naturally aspirated, predictable heat behavior. Fewer emissions-related complications compared to modern diesels. It doesn't pretend to be something it's not, and that honesty is part of why it lasts. The new Cummins gasoline engine enters with a very different promise: commercial-grade durability, lower operating costs, better efficiency under load. But promises don't equal mileage. This engine has no long ownership history in heavy-duty consumer trucks, no data on long-term thermal stress, no clear record of how it ages when worked hard year after year. It may turn out to be a smart middle ground, or it may reveal weaknesses that only show up after the warranty ends. The current engines offer predictability. The new engines offer potential. Because if durability fails, performance doesn't matter anymore. If durability is about how long an engine lasts, ownership is about what happens when it doesn't. This is where upgrades stop being exciting and start becoming expensive. When it comes to diesels, service complexity matters as much as strength. The current 6.7-liter Cummins has a known cost profile. Owners already understand the price of injectors, turbo work, and emissions components. Parts are widely available. Independent shops know how to work on it. Downtime is still costly but predictable. The new 7.2-liter diesel changes that equation. More displacement brings more supporting hardware, more cooling demands, more after-treatment complexity. And with a first-generation engine, even routine repairs can take longer. Parts availability is limited at launch. Labor times are uncertain. And when something fails, the truck may sit longer than expected. For owners who rely on their truck for work, that downtime can cost more than the repair itself. On the gasoline side, the contrast is sharper. The 6.4-liter HEMI remains one of the simplest engines in the segment. Oil changes are straightforward. Repairs are widely understood, and service is fast almost anywhere. That simplicity keeps ownership costs predictable, even if fuel consumption is higher under load. The new Cummins gasoline engine aims to change that balance. Better fuel efficiency, lower long-term operating costs, and fewer diesel-specific service headaches. But it also introduces uncertainty. New systems, new parts, new service procedures. In the early years, even minor issues can mean longer shop visits, while technicians learn the platform. So the ownership reality looks like this. The current engines offer known costs and faster service. The new engines offer potential savings with added risk and learning curves. And when your truck is a tool, time off the road is money lost. Which brings us to the only question that really matters. Not which engine is newer, but which one fits how long you plan to keep the truck and how much risk you're willing to accept. So here's the bottom line. If you value predictability, the current engines still make the most sense. The 6.7-liter Cummins diesel is the safest choice for heavy towing and long-term ownership. Its costs are known, its behavior is understood, and its limits are clearly defined. The 6.4-liter HEMI remains the simplest option. Lower service complexity, faster repairs, and fewer surprises if you plan to keep your truck for years. The new engines tell a different story. The 7.2-liter diesel promises more capability and higher limits, but it also brings first-generation risk, added complexity, and unknown long-term costs. The Cummins gasoline engine could become a smart middle ground. Better efficiency than the HEMI, less complexity than diesel, but without a long track record, it remains an open question. So the decision is simple. If your truck is a tool and downtime costs you money, proven engines are still the safer bet. If you upgrade often and want the latest technology, the new engines may be worth the risk. And if you're thinking about waiting for the 2026 Ram 2500, now you know exactly what you're trading certainty for. If you want more breakdowns like this, real comparisons, real risks, and no marketing spin, subscribe to Gas Tail and ring the bell so you don't miss the next decision that could save you thousands.